recently. How does he look for his seasonal reappearance?
Yeah, look, the class drop makes it probably a little bit interesting for Smart City, particularly the way he presents here today. I think he's walking out a little better than the last time I saw him in front. He looks quite clean in that action today. He also looks like he's done plenty of work. He's quite fit. He's got a bit of size and scope about him. Looks really healthy, and he's actually behaving himself quite well. So not a bad parade from him. Whether or not he's good enough, that's the big query at this stage. But I don't mind the way he presents, so I will consider him.
Yeah, 20-1 about him. He's 21 and 5.2 currently for the one Smart City. Going down to Smart Beauty. Now, he had a really good season last season, won numerous times in Class 5. He's up here into Class 4. Brendan Abdullah from Barrier 7.
Yeah, look, he got down to a rating of 18, and then he's got his rating up to 46, so he's done a really good job. To look at, he's quite a neat type of horse. He's got a beautiful, healthy shine to his coat. He's walking out okay. I can't see too much wrong with that. And it does appear like he's held his condition quite well over the off-season. He doesn't look unfit. Class 4 for him is probably a little bit of a query still. But, look, he's healthy, he's fit, he's neat, he's fluent enough. So for those reasons, he's got to be considered as well.
Yeah, his record in the grade, obviously not super, but he's obviously a horse very much that's found form. Good course and distance record, however, 3 from 10. Brendan Abdullah will ride, having beaten Diamond Winner last time. They put him up £6 for that victory. Horse number 9, this is Special Hedge. Lyle Hewitson and Benno Young teaming up here. Benno, of course, with that win with Super Joy and Fun in the week. Trialled very nicely recently, Jenny, this horse, and he's down towards the foot of the weights.
Yeah, look, I didn't mind that trial either. He was under a nice enough hold in it. They're going to take him out early. Now, he's another tall, sort of rangy type of horse. He's got a fair bit of scope. He doesn't carry any excess condition. He's 1,067 pounds here today. He's actually dropped 10 pounds since he last raced. But he just looks like he'd come to hand very quickly. He looks fit, looks healthy enough, and he's actually behaving himself okay. Nothing wrong with his action either. So he might be able to run a bit of a cheeky race here. I'll consider him as well.
That's Special Hedge, and currently at 6.9 and 1.7 if you do like the 9, which is the bottom one here. Just a field of 9 in race number 1, and Special Hedge is the one there that comes up as a 6.9 chance. And he didn't look too bad last season as well. Did a Special Hedge, and there he was on screen. He's off now, and we're going to go to number 2, Perfect Pairing, another downgrader by Piero, this horse. Had 3 starts last season in Class 3, comes down now to Class 4.
Didn't get much of a guide out of his trial, this horse. He's only very small and a bit lightly framed. He's 1,003 pounds. But he's quite neat for the size of him, albeit lightly framed, as I said. But behaving himself okay, a little bit warm and sweaty and in patches. Fluency looks okay, not the smoothest, but he's okay. He's just being heavily restrained, so that's probably got something to do with that. He's okay. I'm still going to prefer a few others.
Yeah, I certainly tend to agree. Punter's doing the same. 37 and 8 is his price. They dropped him £3. So that's a disappointing effort when last seen. His Family Jewel, Jenny, the favourite, a little bit on his toes here at a short quote. 2 and 1.3. Ran a week ago. Ran 8th. Wasn't beaten overly far. Up in trip today.
Yeah, look, it was a pretty good effort too. And I thought he looked pretty fit on debut, and he's really tight fit today. So that should hold him in good stead. He didn't have a great deal of luck in that first up run either. As fine-skinned as he can be, but there's still a little bit of a shine to that very fine coat, and he does appear to be walking out freely. Could not be any fitter, so if the breaks go his way, he's a solid chance.
Even money, so he's come up pretty short here in race number 1. There's number 3, Family Jewel, Hugh Bowman aboard, and his barrier number 4 does the favourite Family Jewel. Already had a run this season, so he has got that advantage. Number 4, Midori Burley, currently at 16s. Another one that's having his 4 start back now in Class 4, and the cheek pieces go on.
He's plain enough type, although he has got a little bit of body strength. He's 1,143 pounds, so he carries a little bit of weight around the midsection there. But walking out okay. Once again, a couple of handlers on him, but they've got him well and truly under control. I think he presents perfectly okay. Whether or not he needs the benefit of a run, that would be my little query, because he does carry a touch of condition, so I'll say place only for me.
There's Midori Burley, Alexi Bedell on board him there with the cheek pieces going on first time. As we get a good shot of him parading. Currently at 15-1, we've got an even money favourite here
reapplied. He is a course and distance winner, this fellow, and he's drawn gate number 2 for today's
first of 10.
Yeah, so
Mr. Dapper
on paper,
next
it looks
up, Jenny.
pretty good.
Can I see him out to get the leg up? Blinkers are coming on. cheek pieces
He
are being
generally does get
reapplied.
told.
High rating. Cheek pieces back on. Barrier number 2. There's a couple of positives there about number 5, Mr. Dapper. He's currently the second favourite at 4.8. Starline, you've already seen, Jenny. You saw Starline last week. Brittany Wong this time, barrier 6.
Yeah, so the claim may give him a chance to improve. He's tightened up a little bit since that run. He looks okay. He's obviously had that skin condition over the rump area there, but it's in the past by the looks of things. It's on the repair, and he's healthy enough, strong enough, and a little bit fitter. So maybe a place chance.
Yes, good luck to Brittany there with Starline claiming the 10 off. It's going to be a very handy asset to have. The horse now carries 115, so going up in trip there. Start number 10 coming up. Here's Soaring Bronco to conclude the parade here for the first. Pierrong and Matthew Poon teaming up here. Jenny, this horse ran 5th of 10 in a recent trial. Beaten around 3 lengths at Chungva.
Yeah, look, he's had those 5 runs, and a couple of those he's gone okay here and there. I like his demeanour. He's a pretty quiet, relaxed type of horse. He looks a picture of health as far as his coat goes, clean in his walking action, and he does look quite fit. So I don't know that he could be presented any better. If he doesn't do much today, you'd be concerned. He looks pretty well, so he's there with some sort of hope as well.
That's Soaring Bronco, currently one of the outsiders at 23-4. That's the field of 9 here for race number 1. I'll quickly go through the market as Jenny puts her top 4 together. A class 4 event here over the 1600 metres. Smart Cities at 23.39, perfect pairing. 1.9 odds on now about Family Jewel. 17 Midori Burley. 4.8 Mr. Dapper. Starline 21. 7.6 Smart Beauty. Soaring Bronco 23. And Special Hedge, he's in the market there at 7.
Thank you, Paul. Yes, he most definitely is. There was a look at Smart Beauty striding on down to post with the favourite now going odds on at 1.9. Family Jewel, very short here in at the first of the afternoon. Can Casper Fownes and Hugh Bowman get off to the best possible start? Well, we've seen him parade, Jenny. Did he parade well enough to make it into the top 4, the favourite?
Look, he certainly did, but he's not on top. I've got one just ahead of him, and that is number 5, Mr. Dapper. I thought he looked in really good order. I like the fact he's drawn gate number 2. Now, both of these horses were on their toes just a little bit, but not over the top. Mr. Dapper is quite a nice individual, 5-year-old now. He's only won the 1 from 12 starts here in Hong Kong, so been a little sparingly raced, but he looks well prepared. He goes on top of Family Jewel, who's backing up from last week. He's backed up well. He's as hard and fit as he can be, so I think that'll hold him in good stead. I thought number 1, Smart City, I'll give him a little chance with the class drop here. I thought he presented him, and I thought he was walking out just marginally better in front than he was last time I saw him. And I thought number 9 was next best. That's Special Hedge, one that they did take out early, not too badly drawn in gate 5, and can show a little bit of speed in his races. I thought he looked well prepared too. He's quite a rangy type. He looks fit. So if you fancied Smart Beauty, he was next best. There wasn't much wrong with him either. But 5, 3, 1 and 9.
5, 3, 1 and 9. Thank you, Jenny, as horses are heading to the start. 5 minutes out from the first of the day. Just a small field here of the 9 going around over the 1,600 metres in the class 4. And Jenny with the number 5 on top, and that is Mr. Dapper. There's the 8 on screen heading to the start, Soaring Bronco. Mark, we come up to you for your thoughts here. I think you're pretty keen on the bottom weight here, Special Hedge, 6-1.
Yeah, made him the best bet of the day, Tom, having had 2 starts for 2 placings, course and distance. No weight on his back, 117 pounds. Bano Young, Lyle Hewitson looked pretty sharp in a recent trial. Aurora Ladies come out of that, just raced okay at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Juchar Spirits raced well, and Special Hedge was doing it pretty well down to the winning post. So 9 on top to beat number 3, Family Jewel. Obviously unlucky last week. He steps up to 1,600 metres. Looks to have backed up all right, just getting a bit warm down the neck, but he certainly won't be the only horse doing that this afternoon. Hugh Bowman, Casper Fownes, live chance. That's why he's 1.9. 5, Mr. Dapper. He's a trial winner over Team Happy. He was just pushed along a bit at the 300, but stayed on well. Blinkers off, cheek pieces go back on. He gets in here as a well-rated horse. And 7, Smart Beauty. The class has been against him. He has struggled in class 4, but he has won 2 from his last 3 when we last saw him. He was well back and hard ridden in a trial, but we'll just go on form last time in with Smart Beauty, and thought he got a chance to perhaps do something in this grade for the first time. 9 the best ball to beat 3, 5 and 7.
With the 5, Mr. Dapper here on top. He's 1 off a 51 rating, down to 50. Gets a perfect trial, I see, from barrier number 2 with Karis Teaton aboard. So he's on top set, the favourite there. 7 in there for second, Smart Beauty. Look, his record's a lot better in Class 5, obviously, but he was in really good form last year, winning 2 of his last 3, and I think he can carry on the season with that form. So he goes in for second. The favourite, Family Jewel, pretty short, 1.9 to be fair, but was unlucky at his last start. And Special Hedge, I agree with Mark there. I think he's a horse that's trialled particularly well leading this. His win was off 46, and he's rated 42. 5-7-3-9 for me, Tom.
Look, the favourite short at 1.9. Yes, he was unlucky here 7 days ago, but I'm going to side with something at a decent price here, and it's the top weight, Smart City, a 5-year-old by Lonro. He's dropped 28 pounds coming into this. He's 23 to 1. He ran well 2 starts ago in Class 3 over 1,600 metres behind Ching, and that day he was only beaten a length and a quarter. Last time out he was a bit sort of closer to the pace, and in the end was beaten 12 lengths on a rating of 61. But he takes a drop in class here. Didn't think there was too much pressure put on him in a trial, so I'll take a chance with the tongue tie on as well, Smart City, to beat Family Jewel, who is plenty short enough at 1.9. Interesting that Vincent Ho's been replaced today by Hugh Bowman, who rides barrier number 4, just couldn't get clear here the other day. 5's in for third, that is Mr. Dapper. Cheek pieces being reapplied, the blinkers are off, a trial winner, and then I threw in the 9 Special Hedge as well, who won a trial over Chu Chow Spirit. Of course, Chu Chow Spirit won here last week, and he's off a rating here of 42 for Benno Jung Lyle Hewitt. Not the strongest Class 4 you'll ever see, 1-3-5-9.
No, it's not. And look, it might well prove a nice opportunity for the favourite. Look, I totally respect he's plenty short enough, really, at 1.9. But look, he's still perhaps a little bit untapped, I think, given the fact he is going up in trip, which I for one, certainly think he's been crying out for here, Family Jewel. Interesting that Casper's happy to back him up again quickly. Obviously, far from disgrace last week at 4.8, so he's very well fancied. Obviously, much stronger fancied for this. Obviously, slightly lesser race, you could say. And I thought he was the idea of the winner going up to the mile, so happy to put him on top here. But I do concede he is plenty short enough there. 5, Mr. Dapper, on the back of just over 80 days off the track. He's had a few changes as far as the headgear is concerned. The cheek pieces reapplied, blinkers are coming off. He's a course and distance winner. Karis Teeton, Douglas White drops to mark of 50. Ran really well off 52, and only a head behind Aestheticism back on the 5th of May. That would see him good enough to win this. Smart City up at the top. Don't mind him as a bit of a grade dropper at 25 to 1. I think he can do a lot worse today. That 5th behind Ching's good form. And for that, he's actually a pound lower here this afternoon, so now eligible for this grade with a tongue tie on for the first time. And 7, Smart Beauty. He's never been much of a good thing in this sort of grade. 0 from 6, but he's won 3 from 10 course and distance, and he's actually in really good form. When last seen, he's won 2 of his last 3 races. Sandwiched in between those 2 was a short enough defeat when third. So, look, if he can front up, he might be a place chance. 3-5-1-7, Jenny.
I've gone with the 5 on top. I thought he paraded really well. He's actually a nice type. He's very athletic. He's got size and scope, and he was slightly on his toes, but he has done that in the past as well, so not overly concerned. He wasn't too hot and bothered. Nicely drawn in gate number 2 as well, so if he jumps on terms, he might be able to use that barrier to his advantage. The 3, Family Jewel, looks good. He's backed up nicely. He's as hard and fit as he can be. He's really come to hand very quickly. The 1, Smart City. Now, he hasn't done a great deal. He does get the class drop here, and I'm wondering whether or not he's a bit on the limited side, but I thought he paraded really well, and I thought he was walking out better in front than last time. So I put him in. I'll just take a chance with him at the odds. And the 9, Special Hedge. I thought he paraded quite nicely too. He can get a little bit toey in the parade. He wasn't bad at all by any means. Looks fit, looks well. He's another one with a fair bit of range about him as well. So of the rest, the 7, Smart Beauty, nothing wrong with him either, just not enough room for him. 5, 3, 1 and 9. And retirees, boys. Okay. Fast Surf from David Hallshire, but the big one, as we know, is Golden 60.
Yep, we'll farewell the champ here next Sunday. Of course, Fast Serve won 2 from 4, but I think suspensory issue there. Paul, quickly the play.
The play, we're going to go with your long shot, which is Smart City at 25s. The favourite, 1.8 now. Geez, short. And Special Hedge there at 8. Money coming for Soaring Bronco late. He's at 18.
Okay, so some support there for horse number 8. Not many left to load away here for the first on this Sunday afternoon. Marker 1.8 favourite, Family Jewel on the backup.
He is indeed. Tom, where's the dark blue colours with Hugh Bowman and Casper Founds combining. In goes Mr. Dapper. Special Hedge will be the last. Favourite drawn, barrier number 4, Family Jewel, odds on. For the first of 10 at Chart 10. 8+3 for 8 on the turf, 2 on the all-weather. They're racing and he missed it. Family Jewel missed the start by a length. Beginning fast, Soaring Bronco, Mr. Dapper, also Starline, and Smart City makes a line of 4. Then Midori Burley and Special Hedge, 3 lengths to Family Jewel. 3 lengths to Smart Beauty and Perfect Pairing, who is back at the tail end. Starline leads half a length over Soaring Bronco, who's happy to let him go. Smart City third, Mr. Dapper 1 away fourth from Midori Burley. A length and a half to Special Hedge, 3 lengths to Family Jewel. Smart Beauty second last, the Fence and Perfect Pairing 3/4 of a length away last of all. Below the 1,000-metre mark and Starline on the back up from last week. Leads a length and a half over Smart City. Soaring Bronco third, Mr. Dapper fourth, Midori Billy fifth on the inside, Midori Burley. Then came Special Hedge. They're closing the gaps up in the field from Smart Beauty, Family Jewel, and a length away last is Perfect Pairing. The leader is Starline for Brittany Wong, allowed to stride away again at the 600-metre mark, and he's 3 lengths in front of Smart City. Then came Soaring Bronco, Mr. Dapper, Midori Burley. Special Hedge gets to the outside and Family Jewel is 2 behind him. Starline the leader, 2 lengths over Smart City. Soaring Bronco, Special Hedge is next from Family Jewel and Midori Burley. Special Hedge has moved up in the centre to Soaring Bronco, and then came Starline and Family Jewel. Special Hedge a neck in front of Soaring Bronco. Family Jewel's joining in quickly though. Family Jewel has taken over, missed the start, the favourite, won't matter. And Family Jewel beat Special Hedge and Soaring Bronco. Then came Mr. Dapper. Next in Midori Burley from Starline. And then Smart City. Next in Smart Beauty and Perfect Pairing is the last one home. Drifted out to even money, Family Jewel. Hugh Bowman and Casper Founds win the first. Have a 9 Special Hedge, Lyle Hewitson at 1.6 for the place. And 8 Soaring Bronco, who was brown lamped on a win line into 8 to 1. 2.7 the place. He's run third, and Mr. Dapper has run fourth. Missed it by a length, then followed Special Hedge into the race. And he's been able to run down the outside. And despite having 10 pounds more than the second horse, he had a run under his belt from last week. He steps up to the 1,600 metres, goes off at flip of the coin. And at 1.1 a place at start number 4 has notched up his first win. Family Jewelers first, Special Hedge is second. 8 is third, Soaring Bronco, and 5, Mr. Dapper has run fourth. 3, 9, 8, and 5. Winner's time won't be too far away from being posted. Even money favourite, Ho Ho Star, in the second early on. First favourite at even money wins. Racing, and he missed it.
Family and what he normally presents, so he's fit.
Okay, that's the verdict there on the favourite. The maiden, Ho Ho Star at 1.6 here in Class 5. Back with Jenny shortly for the top 4. Paul, the market, he seems to be pretty solid at the moment, this favourite.
Yeah, plenty of support for Ho Ho Star there at 1.6 in the Class 5. But Gale Sayers 21, 12 the Concentration, 31. Chateau Lapiche, 59. Merchant Prince, Verbier, 25. 12 Dragon Delight, 49. Excellent Daddy. The Khan, 8.4, 19. Super Joy Volcanus at 14. 19 Sunman Glory, and the raging favourite, 1.6, Ho Ho Star.
He certainly is that. 1.6 and 1.2 about the favourite as they make their way down to post. Jenny, you've seen all 12 of them. Who makes it into your top 4 for this Class 5, please?
Yeah, look, I've got to put the 6 on top here, Dragon Delight. He's a bit of a regular at looking good in the parade. He's only got that 1 win on the board from 26 starts, but he was reasonably consistent towards the end of last season, and he's well drawn. He also gets the claim for Alice Wong here. He walks out really well. He's got a good attitude, and I thought he was really quite fluent and healthy looking. So he goes on top for me. From number 9, that's Super Joy. So he's going out a little bit of value there. Hopefully he can put his best foot forward, and hopefully he behaves himself in the gates, because that has been a bit of a trait of his. So he goes in. He's quite a nice strong-bodied horse. He's sensible as well here in the parade. Next best, number 8, the Khan, just on pure fitness alone. I don't think he could look any fitter than that. And I thought number 12 probably scrapes in Ho Ho Star. I've seen him plenty of times where he does get a bit toey and a little bit warm. No changes here today, but his fitness level is spot on, and he is backing up after last week with Zach on from gate number 3, so he gets another opportunity to break his maiden status. Of the rest, number 1 was probably next best. So in order for me, 6, 9, 8 and 12.
6, 9, 8 and 12, so the favourite in the top 4 there for Jenny. Ho Ho Star at 1.6. Are you a Ho Ho Star man, Mark?
Yes, sure am, Tom. On what he did last week, he was very good when second behind Same to You. 15 start maiden. He's recent racing has been his best. That placing going back to June, then he ran 6th behind Gangnam Star. He ran on and a 2nd last week over the 1200 behind Same to You. Pertinent, yep, that'll do. 1.6, 1.2 and a couple of shorties to start the day here. The first one has won. The favourite punter's looking to make it 2 for 2. Going to put the 11 in for second, Chunwan Glory. Now, his trial was ordinary, but he raced wide and he faded. 1,400 metres, he's a 2-time winner. Barrier number 11 is a negative, but he did place from a wideish draw last time behind Perfect Peach. Best result first up as a 4th. But on what he did in a couple of runs last season, with the right sort of run, he wouldn't be too far off being competitive in this race. 6 Dragon Delight's going in for 3rd. Was tailed off in a recent trial, comes back to the turf. That's going to suit him much better. And number 2, the Concentration. He ran 3rd and stayed on pretty well, and he's carried 131 pounds to victory in the past 2. He's been a one-hit wonder, just won 1 from 11. That was race 714 last season on the 2nd of July. Course and distance from barrier 12. He draws 5 here. Luke Ferraris has had a good opening stanza to the season. 12, 11, 6 and 2 for the second ball.
Yeah, I'm with the 2, actually. The Concentration. I think Luke can go straight to the front. Luke Ferraris on the Concentration. He's trialled well leading into it. And he has won a race. He did win 3 starts ago. So he's on top. Dragon Delight gets the Apprentice Claim and drawn nicely in barrier 4. David Hayes has started the season pretty well. His 1 was off 29. He's off a 37 rating with a claim. The favourite is in there for 3rd, Ho Ho Star, but 1.7. Not too keen on the 1.7. And then Gale Saga, we'll give him a chance downgraded. The last run at the back end of last season wasn't the worst. And maybe this is the grade for him. And he's had plenty of work leading into it, Gale Saga. So 2, 6, 12 and 1 for me. You a ho-ho man.
I am a ho-ho man here, ho-ho star, but I don't think he's a bidding proposition in all honesty at 1.7. Taxi drivers are out early today, but ho-ho star on that run we saw last week. It was a good run, but it's whether he can back it up or not. He's coming into this with 15 starts next to his name and only 2 minor placings. You're really willing to take 1.7? I like the Khan here, who's not a bad price. Good run in the trail. I thought he had every chance. He was a beaten favourite behind Little Ferry last start at Happy Valley. Held his ground there in a recent barrier trial. I've got 6 in as well, and that is Dragon Delight. The other one I don't mind is the Concentration. 12, 8, 6, 2.
Yeah, look, I haven't spoken to many taxi drivers this morning, which wouldn't come as a surprise to many, but I hear that they're all talking about Ho Ho Star. So, look, I'm with him as well. Look, he's plenty short enough, yes. I don't want to beat the drum about it too much more, but I think in the context of this race, if he is good enough, then he should be winning it on that run last week. So that's all I'll say on the matter. Zach Purton's on, Dennis Yip trains, and Zach at 120 this early in the season. Perhaps there's a bit of a sign of intent as well. The 11 in for second, that's Chunwan Glory, had a pretty good campaign last. Won a couple, as I said, he managed to win off lowly marks and finish the season off pretty well. He is drawn wide here, but wouldn't be shocked if he ran another nice race. Dragon Delight goes in. He's got bits and pieces of form, which would certainly give him every chance. David Hayes, as mentioned, has started the season well. And horse number 8, the Khan. Casper's already won the first with Hugh Bowman. This horse, again, another one, sort of same category as the horse I just mentioned. Bits and pieces of form would certainly bring him into calculations here. But 12, 11, 6, 8, Jenny.
I've gone with the 6. I thought he paraded really well, Dragon Delight, which is not unusual. He's a nice horse. He walks out cleanly. He looks healthy, looks fit, behaved himself beautifully. So with the claim and a good draw, hopefully he can make good use of gate number 4 here and get himself into a nice spot early. Got him on top of number 9, Super Joy, who's an interesting runner. Quite a nice type of horse. Bandage in front once again. His barrier antics have been questionable in the past. The 8 goes in. The Carney looks super fit. And the 12, Ho Ho Star, backing up. He's also extremely fit looking, just a bit edgy, that was all. So 6, 9, 8 and 12.
Loading away here, Paul. What's the play?
We'll do a QQP here with the 2, the Concentration, Dragon Delight, who was top of the paddock and just gone green now at 8.6, and Ho Ho Star, the hot favourite there at 1.7. So 2, 6 and 12 is the play.
Moving in well here for race number 2 at Charlton. Good to firm track conditions we race on now. It was a class record in the first of the day, so the track has been upgraded to good to firm, a raging red-hot favourite here, Mark Ho Ho Star.
He's indeed. Tom 1.8, 1.2. He's just drifting out a little bit now with this money coming for Dragon Delight, who's into 7.3 and 1.9 for Ellis Wong and David Hayes. Second race, we run 1,400 metres. Class 5 event favourite, the bottom one, Ho Ho Star. only time Dennis Ship and Zach Purton will combine this afternoon. There's a good start by assistant starter Mr. Christopher McMullen. And Chinwan Glory and Dragon Delight both away well. The concentration in the first three from Gale Saga, Verbier taking a trail fifth offence. Then Volcanus, favourite midfield, and one off Ho Ho Star from Super Joy. 2 lengths to Chateau Lepiche, an excellent Daddy the Khan, and Merchant Prince is a length away last of all. That is the order. Inside 1,000 metres goes Chinwan Glory. He's out by 2. Second, the concentration, and third, Dragon Delight the Rail. Fourth is Gale Saga. Fifth is Verbier from Volcanus, Super Joy. One away next, Ho Ho Star. Favourite about 7 lengths off the lead and one off the fence. Then came the Khan. Next is on the inside, Excellent Daddy from Chateau Lepiche, and Merchant Prince is starting a run from the tail. Less than 600 metres left to go. A 2-time course and distance winner, Chinwan Glory, leads a length over the concentration. Dragon Delight's had a great trip third on the rail. Gale Saga pops up 3 wide from Volcanus, and Ho Ho Star is next. Chinwan Glory, Gale Saga out towards the middle, and then Dragon Delight, Verbier. Ho Ho Star is starting to wind up. He still has 3 lengths to make up though. Gale Saga is in front. He's a length over Chinwan Glory, Verbier, Ho Ho Star, Dragon Delight. Gale Saga is in front though. What a start to the season for Matthew Poon. There's another winner. Gale Saga has beaten home Ho Ho Star and Dragon Delight. Then came Verbier and the Khan. Next in Super Joy, Chinwan Glory, Merchant Prince. And then Chateau Lepiche followed across by Volcanus, Excellent Daddy, and the concentration is the last one in. Matthew Poon, unstoppable, 17 and 4.3. 12, Ho Ho Star at 1.1 and 6, Dragon Delight 1.8. 1, 12, 6 and 5 will be the placings on the second. On the class drop, and Pierre Rong, who had such a fantastic season last season, dueling with Francis Loy right down to the last race. He's on the board too. Matthew Poon moves to 4. And Gale Saga has given him another winner at just his second ride for the day. He'll have a number of rides still to come this afternoon, Matthew, including Bulb Emperor, Fantastic Choice, Fever Chaleur, and Capital Legend. 1, 12, 6 and 5 on this upgraded good to firm track. Replay is about to be shown with Gale Saga at start number 6, recording his first win, 121.92 inside standard. Another great rail journey, wins race 2.
It was. Greenwich here, Beauty Glory, Mighty Steed on a very much rain-sodden all-weather track here. A Beauty Glory is going to be ridden by Zach Purton, but he's drawn wide. Again, Greenwich, this is his sort of trip, isn't it, Paul? He's a winner course and distance. First up, couple of placings. Generally, the time to catch him has been second up.
Yeah, he's won a couple of times second up. So for that reason, and quite a strong race to finish off, I'm happy to watch him.
Yeah, happy to watch him as well, just with that.
The 10th and final at Shatin is a Class 3 event for horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs. My top selection in what hit me as a pretty wide open race is number 2, Sunlight Power. Sunlight Power won 2 starts ago over soft going and was last seen back in July, running a close-up third, beaten just 3/4 of a length. He got pretty darn good near the end of last season, and his usual race from the end of last season would, I think, give him every chance in this spot. Behind that one, let's go with number 3, Starmac in second, number 1, Sweet Encounter in third, and number 9, Pray for Mir in fourth. 2, 3, 1, and 9 for me in the 10th and final at Shatin.
There's a lot of money for him, though. He's come from 14 into 8.1.
A few all-ups with the Chryso and his runners through the day. We know the pace here, massive action. He likes to lead, and he could feel like he's loose with only 112 on his back.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to go for it. Greenwich goes forward. Lopan Spirit likes to go forward. Fun Together now. He's going to get a good run. Salil Fighter, Pray for Me. I thought Super Love Dragon will get a good run in the air. Beauty Glory will look for some cover. Star Mac gets back. Sweet Encounter gets back. Sunlight Power and Fortunate Son, they all get back. But with an apprentice-ridden front runner, you might get a bit of pace in this race.
Could do. Sunlight Power there towards the back. Fortunate Son's debut wasn't bad at Happy Valley, was it?
No, not at all. Any stretch of mention, I've actually included him in the numbers, Fortunate Son, and he's a decent price at 25 and 7.3.
I just wonder in that trial, he made some ground, but I don't know that he necessarily enjoyed the kickback in that trial either on a rain-affected all-weather track. Sweet Encounter, Sunlight Power, Star Mac, Fortunate Son, Fun Together, Soleil Fighter have all been to Chung Far and back. As we count down to the last, of course, we're at Happy Valley this coming Wednesday night for an 8-race card, a Class 2 is the main event coming up on Wednesday night at the Valley. There was a massive crowd there on the opening night for the season at Happy Valley. We've got Moments in Time, Helene Feeling, Chulchibi returning out, Gate Red Hair King. He's one of your friends, Paul, the Ginger.
Yeah.
Yellow King, Telecom Fighters, Flaming Rabbit, Mr. Ascendancy, is another one of yours. Natural Storm, Flamingo Trillion, and the Bro, Woodfire Bro.
Yeah, he did me big favours winning the back end of last season as the long shot Woodfire Bro. So he helped me in the off season, which was good of him. And
did you need much help?
No, but Red Hair King, yeah, as you say, he's just an honest, consistent horse, isn't he?
I see as well, Jenny, Chateau Nerf going to the Valley on Wednesday night.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see how he gets around the circuit there. But it was a great atmosphere last Wednesday, wasn't it? No doubt about it. A really good crowd. The band was good, and everyone was having a fantastic time there. So looking forward to it again this Wednesday.
Yes, there was a lot of people there on the Wednesday night, Nick. There was big queues at McDonald's.
At McDonald's, yeah.
How do you know that, Tom?
Might have paid a visit. The late night nugget run.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's infamous.
But no, there was a very healthy crowd, wasn't there? It was great. And obviously it's a very popular destination in the city, that's for sure. I mean, it certainly is a great fixture, isn't it? Middle of the week, sort of very close, and it allows plenty of people to finish work and then go racing.
One of your favourite months is coming up at the airport, Oktoberfest.
Yes, it's always popular down there as well.
German beer.
German beer's good. And, it's always sauerkraut, everything down there, a bit of chicken and stuff. So
sometimes it sneaks into November as well, doesn't it?
It does, actually. It does. So there's always plenty of good entertainment down there. There's in Happy Valley.
Well, not forgetting we're there, I suppose. But there we go. Good crowd here today as well, ahead of the last. One more race still to come from Shartin here this afternoon. Looking forward to this Class 3 as well. Over the 1,400 metres. Decent quality of race. Runners just getting themselves organised here, just being saddled. Final preparations being made. 16 minutes out from the final race, for which Ricky Yu and Jerry Chow are going to team up with a favourite here in the shape of Sunlight Power at 2.4 here in race number 10. Weights headed by Sweet Encounter, Hugh Bowman in gate number 1.
Just waiting on these runners to come in. Zach this afternoon, Jenny, with 4 wins. So he's gaining on Douglas White very quickly in terms of all-time wins here in Hong Kong. It could be maybe as early as late January that he could knock that off.
Might be before the way he's going. So what's he? He's up to 9 wins already, isn't he? In three race meetings.
Well, it was 74 when we kicked off, and he's had 9 winners so far. So
far, and we've got another race to go.
Yes,
might well win the last. Runners are in the parade ring then for the final race, and quite appropriately, race 10, number 10 is the first one we're going to see here, Jenny. It is the Heir who represents Casper Founds. Vincent Ho will be on board this fellow. 6.3, so he's comfortably in the market, though he is still looking for that first win here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, look, he's been in the market on numerous occasions, hasn't he? He's had the 8 starts and he's yet to win, so he's taken a little bit of money with him. I didn't think he was overly pushed out in the most recent trial. He's only a small little fella, carries a little bit of weight around the midsection, but he's healthy and he's got a pretty nice attitude. So he's okay, but he's not an absolute standout. I'd have him more as a place chance.
That is horse number 10, the Heir. Always money for the Heir. Would have thought he would have been able to get his nose in front by now, but he's always found a few better on the day. Young Achiever at the back end of last season. Was well down the track behind Ching, but did have a genuine excuse there. Beauty Glory, Storm Rider have all beaten him in recent starts. Speaking of beauty, here's Beauty Glory on screen now for the Kwok family, and drawn another awkward gate here. Virginia's had 13, 10, 3, 12, 13, and he's back out in 13 again to kick the season off.
Yeah, he's a stocky, strong-bodied horse, this guy. He's got decent hindquarters on him and, quite solid everywhere, in fact. I think he parades nicely enough. He seems to be walking out freely. And he'll always just carry a touch of condition because that's the type that he is. But, I love the power and strength in those hindquarters. I've got to leave him there with some chance. I think he looks well.
Yeah, this one racing in the colours of Patrick Kwok. Good luck to all involved, all the family, of course. 25.7 is his price. Horse number 2 is Sunlight Power. This is the favourite, 2.5 currently. Pretty consistent horse on the whole, this fellow, Jenny. A 3-time winner from 14, all 3 over the course and distance.
Yeah, look, he's very genuine, isn't he? He looks in pretty good nick. He's walking out nice and freely, just a little bit on his toes here and there, and has got himself just slightly warm, but he looks nice and fit, and he looks ready and eager to get on with things. So I think he parades well, and the way, what he's shown us, he should be quite hard to beat. As far as looks go, yes, he's got to be left there with an each-way chance.
He is currently the 2.5 favourite, Sunlight Power. Covered a lot of ground last time out, especially around the turn, but wasn't beaten overly far behind Beauty Fit. Sweet Encounter looking very relaxed here. Jenny, I think the key is dropping back in grade for him, where he is a 3-time winner. He has won course and distance, and he also has won first up.
Yeah, well, he's bandaged on all 4 legs. He requires just a little loosen up in front. He just dips a little bit, and he's a very solid-bodied horse. He carries a bit of weight around the midsection. But that's always been the case for him. I love his laid-back attitude. But as far as looks go, once again, I'd have him more as a place chance. But I think he is an interesting runner coming down in grade, and just being fresh in this race. So wouldn't shock.
Yeah, he's done a lot of winning in this sort of company as a Sweet Encounter. He's a decent horse on his day. Ran second, beaten a half by Super Sunny Singh back in February off a mark of 82. He's only £2 lower here in an easier race, it would seem. Star Mac, he's another one that's been highly tried as well, Jenny. He's still yet to win a race here. They've dropped him £1 on his last start performance.
Yep, well, he actually won over 1,400 at Seymour prior to coming here, and he hasn't raced over it here in Hong Kong. I've actually made him a long shot. He's long shot odds at the moment. He's still 13-1. Nice, quiet, relaxed type of horse. Got a bit of size, scope and strength. Does walk out freely enough. Looks healthy. I think he parades well, and I really liked his trial, so I'm happy with how he presents.
Yeah, it's fortunate son looking, Jenny. He's 24-1 here off a handy enough debut behind Zoom Boom at the Valley.
Well, he looks really fit. He only weighs in at 1,083 pounds, but that weight is reasonably well distributed on him. Yeah, a little bit eager just because he's got his 2 handlers there just trying to restrain him a touch. So he's just wanting to throw the head around. But I don't think there's anything sinister in that. So, look, he's fit. That might hold him in good stead.
And his fortunate son. Here's the 6, Jenny. The great Low Pound Spirit. He's a 2-time winner from 4. Seasonal reappearance for him. Jimmy Ting and Harry Bentley teaming up.
2 wins have been over the 1,200, so 1,400 for him here is a little bit of a question mark. But he looks like he'd get over it. He's got a bit of size and scope about him. He does look quite fit. Does appear to be walking out nicely enough. Attitude is good. So there is nothing wrong with him, and he's acquitted himself pretty well to date.
Okay, Lopan Spirit, fun together for Binna Jung and Lyle Hewitson. He was back in his trial, pushed out a bit, ran 5th up at Chung Fei. He's had 2 trials leading into this. He's a 4-time winner, but generally, Jenny, second up's been the time to try and catch him.
Yeah, possibly. 4-time winner from 15 starts, so there's a good level of ability there. He's a very strong-bodied horse. He's just got himself slightly warm, and he is still carrying just a touch of his winter coat there. But attitude is okay, fluency is okay, fitness level doesn't look too bad either. So I could give him a rough chance.
Is the more than likely pace, Jenny. Massive action. The grey really does have just the one way of going, that is forward. Brittany Wong's on, claiming £10, so brings the weight down quite considerably. How does the grey look?
Well, he looks well, which is not unusual. He can often parade nicely, and he's always been a pretty good walker. Even as a 7-year-old now, he's stretching out nicely. And he's got some body strength, attitude is good. So he should give you a pretty good sight. Whether or not... I'm just querying his fitness a little bit, whether or not he just needs one outing just to bring his fitness level up. That would be my little worry.
Okay, as we see runners parading here, we've got 9 on screen now. We're Pray for Mur, who is a horse, Jenny, that placed 2nd and 4th in his opening 2 runs, beaten 4 lengths last time out, held his ground in a recent trial.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too bad either, that trial. I do like his demeanour. He's a really quiet, relaxed type of horse, very sort of casual walk on him here in the parade. He doesn't tend to carry much excess condition. He's 1,072 pounds, so he actually looks quite fit going into this. I think, he's probably going to be a bit better over a touch further than 1,400, but I couldn't dismiss him on looks because he does look fit.
He certainly did parade well, didn't he? Very relaxed demeanour. Soleil Fighter, Jenny. Derek Long on board here for David Hayes. He's had the benefit of 3 runs. The second of them, he was a very close-up 5th behind Universal Horizon.
Yeah, look, he's a horse that's actually he's quite well put together. He's parading reasonably fit going into this as well. Fluency looks okay. It's just he's having a good look around. So he's an interesting runner. I think you probably want a little bit further in time, but he doesn't look far off being fully fit.
Okay, Soleil Fighter. As we move on to the next of them, Soleil Fighter, who's at 30 to 1. We've got number 12 coming on screen now. It's Mighty Steed. Trial wasn't too bad from Mighty Steed to Ginny, but he would certainly need to improve from his first up run.
Yeah, look, not much of a tail on him at the moment, so he will grow that. He looks quite fit going into this. He just gets himself a little bit tense, and every now and again he gets on his toes as well. But he does look quite fit. And as you say, his trial wasn't too bad. Interesting runner. I'm probably inclined to want to watch him one more time, but he's fit enough.
That is Mighty Steed. Mighty Steed is a time test, and time test looking to bookend the card. Family Jewel having taken the first. Greenwich, Jenny Pierrong and Jay Ratzani combining with Greenwich here. This is 5th go in the grade. He has placed in this company. Off mark of 61 means he'll carry a lightweight.
He's got to prove himself in this grade. But look, the horse is a nice type. He's well put together. He does look quite fit. He's behaved himself nicely here in the parade, just the odd throw of the head, but nothing sinister in it. And he continues to walk out nice and freely. So he doesn't look bad. Maybe with his lightweight, he's there with place claims.
Okay, Greenwich at 22s and 4s, another one with a good second up record. And here's Super Love Dragon. It's been a good afternoon, Jenny, for Chris Sow, and he's lining up this 5-year-old by Real Impact, who's had one trial coming into this where he ran 4th.
Well, the trial was quite good. He made some good late ground, but his gate speed in his races to date has been a little bit ordinary. He's a horse that's got plenty of size about him and scope. I'd just like to see him settle down a touch, but he looks really fit going into this. He actually looks quite healthy in the coat too. So considering he's been on his toes quite a lot throughout this parade, he's not sweating up much at all. So he looks fit, and I'd have to still give him a decent enough chance. He's a very athletic-looking horse.
Yeah, that is Super Love Dragon on parade there. He certainly does look very fit indeed, doesn't he? Bouncing around the parade ring now. Right, we're 6 minutes away. Final race upcoming. Well, it's been a good fun afternoon so far. One more race still to come here, Paul, and Sunlight Power heads the market.
Yeah, quite short in the last here, but a good bidding heat for the last with Sweet Encounter at 18, Sunlight Power 2.4, 14 Star Mac, 19 Beauty Glory, 26 Fortunate Sun, 14 Low Pen Spirit, Fun Together 28, 17 Massive Action, 14 Pray for Mer, The Air at 6.2, 31 Soleil Fighter, 76 Mighty Steed, Greenwich 22, and 8.8 the bottom one, Super Love Dragon in single figures.
Okay, the lucky last upcoming here, Regini, with a 2.4 favourite Sunlight Power. Does he make it into the top 4?
Sunlight Power, well, yes, he gets in on the 4th line there. I thought number 14 paraded really well, though. I'm going to have him on top. That is Super Love Dragon. I thought he presented really well. He was on his toes a little bit, but he's not sweating up much. But he just looks really fit, and I like his athleticism as well. So I'm going to have him on top of number 3, Star Mac. I made him a long shot. I thought he paraded well. He's got a bit of body strength, and first up 1400 could well suit him off that good trial of his. Next best, number 4, that is Beauty Glory. So it's another ride for Zach Purton here. Gate 13, going to be tough from there, but he was able to win when he was able to lead last time he stepped out. So maybe they ride him a bit more positively. And of the rest, yes, number 2, Sunlight Power. He's probably hard to leave out. He was really eager, just a tad warm here in the parade, but he does look extremely fit, so he definitely makes it in. Of the rest, there's 6 and 9. There was nothing wrong with either of those either. So if you fancy those are going out at reasonable odds, and they did look well. In order, and good luck for the last, I'm going 14, 3, 4, and 2.
Thank you very much, Jenny. 14, 3, 4, and 2 in the lucky last. Super Love Dragon goes in. Star Mac, so to Beauty Glory at a price, and Sunlight Power, the favourite. Runners heading to post. We're only 4 minutes out here, so We better find out who Mark McNamara likes in the last. Who do you like here, Mark?
With the 2 here, Nick, Sunlight Power. Really like this horse. Think he has plenty of potential. Does need a few things to go his way. He likes to get back and charge home. His trial was good up at Chongfa, and he was running on and just failed to pick up Beauty Fit last start. He beat Patch of Theta 2 runs ago, and at 2.4 and 1.4 should give you a sight in the last. Star Mac is massive money, 14 and 3.9. Disappointed behind Stunning Peach. You just overlooked that run. His trial was super behind One for All. He is coming back to a trip that he's never raced over before, 1,400 metres, but on the back of the way he finished in that trial at 14 and 3.9, he's an excellent each-way price. 14 goes in for third, Super Love Dragon, and he goes to the 1,400 for the first time. He comes out of a trial behind Miles Away, who was scratched earlier this afternoon. Karis Teaton for Chris Owen, 13 Greenwich to round out the top 4. His best form is second up, but he has placed first up in the past. He seemed to come on well between his first and second trial. 2, 3's great odds, Paul. 14 and 13 for race number 10.
Yeah, like the 14, Super Love Dragon. I really liked his trials, and I just think there's a really nice horse there, and he's only had the 3 starts. He steps up to 1,400 metres. I think he's going to be good over a mile on time, drawn nicely with the lightweight. So he's actually eligible for a class drop if he doesn't win this. He'll be a really good bet in class 4, but I like him here. 9.1 and 2.9. Sunlight Power, the favourite. He's going to get back. He'll be running on strongly. Star Max looked good in that trial. And Fortunate Son at 26 to 1. His debut run wasn't bad, running a nice 5th. Saw a US Navy flag win on Wednesday night in Matsu Victor. So barrier 12, and he'll be running on strongly. 14, 2, 3, 5.
Sunlight Power, the one I like here, number 2. Covered a lot of ground last time out, especially around the home turn. Never gave it away, and it was beaten 3/4 of a length there behind Beauty Fit last time out. Looked good in the trial. So 2 to beat 10 the air. Well, he's taken a bit of money with him, hasn't he? Down through his starts has the air. He's currently 5 to 1. Vincent Ho, Casper Founds kept coming last time out, was at the back in a recent barrier trial. Sweet Encounter, I think, has got some sort of a chance here. He could be the one that's over the odds at 18 and 4.5. Last one off 76. He's marked 80 here, but goes well fresh in the grade and course and distance with a good draw for Hugh Bowman and John Size. And then I put in 3 Star Mac, who I thought caught the eye in that trial last time. Obviously had some excuse last time out, so was deemed unacceptable. Ryder was concerned with the action there, Hugh Bowman, over the 1,800 metres. So give him a look here off that trial. 2, 10, 1 and 3.
Yeah, it was only ever going to be one horse for me in this race, and that's the 6, Low Pound Spirit, at a decent price, made in the long shot of the day. Look, he's trying a new trip. He did a couple of good turns last season, winning on debut, and then he absolutely bolted up when beating Glock Racer and Co. 2 starts ago. Perhaps a little bit below par, I suppose, in his last run when well fancied. He was beaten 2 3/4, so he wasn't beaten very far. But he does go well fresh. He handles the quick ground. And I think, a bit like Jenny made reference to in the parading, I think he'll get the extra furlong okay. So recent trial would have knocked the cobwebs away, and I'm happy to stick with him here. Sunlight Power goes into second, the 2. Look, he's well fancied. He's got good, strong form. Came from a very long way back to take third behind Beauty Fit when last seen. He was only beaten 3/4 in the end. The 10, the Air, goes in for third. He's been knocking on the door, this horse. He's been placed second or third 5 times from 8 starts. So he's been getting close without managing to win one, but I think that's only a matter of time. This race should suit him. And the 8, Massive Action, I've put him in as a pacemaker here. It'll give a bold sight, and with £10 off as well, he's got not a lot of weight on his back, so 112 in fact, so it could be quite interesting. 2-time course and distance winner. Will give him a bit of a squeak. 6, 2, 10 and 8 are my numbers for the last. Jenny's gone 14, 3, 4 and 2. Super Love Dragon on top for Jenny, and her value play is Star Mac in this race at 14 to 1, so there's a bit of value for you.
Yes, David Hayes and Luke Ferraris combining here with the Star Mac, who's up 32 pounds in body weight, the 5-year-old by Heroic Master, yet to win here in Hong Kong. That one win over in Australia prior to arriving. Right on start time, Paul, what do we do in terms of the get-out stakes here with what is quite a short favourite now, really?
Yeah, he is. Look, I'm going to do Jenny's bet, long shot, which is Star Mac, with next long shot, which is Low Pan Spirit, with the horse I love, Super Love Dragon, all 3 at double figures. If you're going to do the wider exotics, throw Starlight Power in, because he's a big chance, but he's 2.2. Star Mac's at 15. Low Pan Spirit's 13, and Super Love Dragon's at 10. So hopefully we get that up. That'll be good. Very nice. Sunlight Power, though, at 2.2.
Drag time at the end of this.
We will be dancing around the studio here. Plenty of
that I'd like to see.
There's plenty of money for the Air again. He's got his supporters. The Air, I know you like him there, Tom. He's at 5.7 currently. So
I thought he would have won by now, and honestly.
Yeah, so did I, actually, to be honest with you. I mean, he's
for some of the prices he's been offered, he's probably been a little disappointing.
Yeah, 3.7, 3.3, 2.7, 5.4, 7.5 his last few, but 5.5 again. And look, maybe he just needed a season because there's definitely ability there because he kept getting placed. That's why he was short. But he's at 5.5. But he's the clear second favourite. He's the only other one in single figures.
There's in this race, Nick. There's big prices. So if there's one you like, you just back at the moment because you've got 2.2 the favourite, 5.50 the year. Write your own ticket. The rest.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's an interesting market for sure, as you touched upon, and you're getting double figures about almost the majority. So, if you like one, don't be afraid to have a few dollars on because they've all got a chance in this. I feel
a horse like Sweet Encounter seems a little over his Paul at 19.
Yeah, 19. Now he won his debut race here in Hong Kong, fresh up. Sweet Encounter, and he led all the way that day. He's got barrier number 1, but he's been going back in his recent races. Money coming for Low Pan Spirit now. He's into 10-1, and Salil Fighter is now from 30s into 22. A lot of exotics going through those two horses as well, the 7 and the 11, and also a few going through Star Mac.
Okay, moving in well here for the final event. If you're looking for Zach Purton, he's drawn barrier 13 here on Beauty Glory. Zach's had 4 winners through the course of the afternoon to take him to 9 already at almost the close of play for the third meeting of the season. Sunlight Power, the favourite here, mark at 2.3.
Thank you, Tom. There's money for Greenwich late too, and last time they backed him, he was victorious. He races well second up, so whatever he does today, go with him again next time. Ready for the last. 1,400. To wrap it up at Shard 10, they're off. Favourite about first out, Sunlight Power, but he's being swamped for the lead and he usually doesn't race forward, so he goes straight back through the field. Massive Action, Greenwich, Beauty Glory, Low Pan Spirit, Fun Together and Soleil Fighter all in a charge towards the front spot, but Beauty Glory is going to whip over and lead. Low Pan Spirit is wider into second from Soleil Fighter, Greenwich, Fun Together, and a length away next is Massive Action from Pray for Myrrh. And then Sunlight Power on the air from Super Love Dragon, who follows the favourite. Sweet Encounters down on the rail, then Star Mac, Fortunate Son, and last of all is Mighty Steed. The leader is Beauty Glory, Purton looking for 5. And he leads half a length over Low Pan Spirit to the outside. Soleil Fighter third, Greenwich fourth. 2 lengths Fun Together, Pray for Myrrh. Then Massive Action written up from Sweet Encounter on the inside. 3 wide is Sunlight Power. And then came the Air Fortunate Son and Super Love Dragon. Beauty Glory leads, a length Low Pan Spirit. Soleil Fighter looking for a rails run. Greenwich out wide of Fun Together. Pray for Myrrh chopped out for a run. Sunlight Power's a length away and starting to run on. Greenwich is in front. Sunlight Power out wider though. He has come into the race very quickly. Sunlight Power. He is a very good horse. Fortunate Son runs on. Greenwich, Super Love Dragon all there, but he has jogged it. Sunlight Power from Fortunate Son. Low Pan Spirit's clung on. He's gone close to running third. He's in a photo with Mighty Steed, Super Love Dragon. Then came the Air and Star Mac, Soleil Fighter. And then Greenwich and Fun Together, Pray for Myrrh, Beauty Glory, Massive Action and Sweet Encounter. He hasn't just won. He smoked them. 2.4 and 1.1. Sunlight Power and Jerry Chow for Ricky Yu. 5 Fortunate Son second at 8.7 a place, Brenton Avdella. And third rests between 12 Mighty Steed at 15 and 6 Low Pan Spirit at 2.7. He was 3 wide from the 600. Jerry just eased him down. Ricky Yu has Simply Maverick running on Wednesday night, so the stable is on its way. Voyage Bubble back at the trials at Chung Fa. 121.17's miles inside of standard. He's promising with a capital P. In they're off.
Let's go, baby.